Sacrifice. An act of slaughtering an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Christ's offering of himself in the crucifixion. Give up something valued for the sake of other considerations. Back in biblical times, in order to receive forgiveness for what we've done wrong, which the Bible and Christians across the world refer to as sin, we would have had to have taken an animal and taken it to the temple and then sacrificed it to God. So effectively, those animals died instead of us. That was the gig. And there must have become a point where God went, you know what, this just doesn't quite cut it. Like there's just something in this where that's fine, but it feels quite temporary. Like it had to be done on a regular basis. And he obviously went, this needs to stop. Like I want real connection with human beings. And therefore I've got to do something that means there's an ultimate sacrifice made. This is where Jesus comes in. So that we could truly be brought freedom and forgiveness. And that meant that we could know God properly. Jesus came down to earth. Firstly as a baby, and therefore understood and knows what it means to be human in its fullest terms. But then grew up, trained to be a carpenter no doubt, and then around the age of 30, stepped into all that God had got planned for him as his son. So he lived alongside 12 men and loads more, 72 others, and then 500 more, and then a load more. And he shared revelations of God, of who he himself was, who Jesus was, but how much God loved us, and how much God does love us and continues to love us. And then ultimately it came to Good Friday and he died on a cross. But that isn't the end of the story. Far from it. In fact, in dying, Jesus took our place. Like those animals, he took our place. He died in our place. But in rising again, what he did was he broke the hold that death, sin, shame has on us. So that we could know true freedom. We could have life in all its fullness, and we can have true relationship with God. Complete understanding of how much God loves us because we've seen that ultimate sacrifice. And it's because of what Jesus has done on the cross and in dying and rising again that we have an invitation, an open invitation at all times, in all places that is open to us for us to accept if we wish to. And that is to come to know God's love for ourselves, to have relationship with him. That means that we get full access to his grace, forgiveness, his goodness, because we are his children. So the question today is this: have you accepted God's invitation to know him and to know his love fully? And if you haven't, do you want to accept that invitation today? It's really simple. You need to say, God, I want to know you. Come into my life. Come and change my world.